Jess Downey. Coach Jess Downey is synonymous with baseball in southeastern Colorado. Born in La Junta, Colorado in 1951, Downey was a 1969 graduate of Rocky Ford High School. The do-it-all athlete for the Melineers returned back to his alma mater after graduating from the University of Southern Colorado at Pueblo in 1973. He headed both the Melineers football teams and baseball teams for 5 years, and during the tenure the baseball team won 2 state championships. After stops on the western slope at Rifle and Plateau Valley, Downey found his way back to southeastern Colorado and landed at Lamar High School. There he guided the Lamar baseball teams for 11 years and picked up 5 state championships. Twice in that run, the Lamar team strung together 37-game winning streaks. Downey has 4 adult daughters and 2 sons. He and his wife Linda still make their home in Lamar today.
Well, that's a start of when I was a young kid. I would say around 11, and I was raised 8.5 miles south of Rocky Ford. And my dad told my mom to get me into town and let me get started playing baseball. And I think my upbringing at that country school and the encouragement I had from my parents, especially from my dad, to do sports, coming off a ranch and farm was pretty cool back in those days because most of the guys never even got the chance. So that was where I got my start, and then went on to school at Rocky Ford and had some key mentors at Rocky Ford. You know, I had Jim Rozier, who was a big mentor of mine as a young kid, and then I had Selden Wood, my old athletic director and football coach, and then Tom Buick in college when I played at USC. He was a big springboard to me to go into coaching. Then as time went on, of course, I caught on to the fact that if you're not going to play professionally, which that come to an end for me, then the best other part to stay in the game was to coach it. And so then I just started making sure I was ready to do it, and I had another good opportunity to go back and coach and teach at Rocky Ford there where I was from, and Coach Wood got me geared right into coaching immediately. Like Bob Sundstrom was a man that I played with the Dodgers, and he was in Rocky Ford, and lo and behold, I get a gentleman like him to be my youth coach, and he was really pushing me to be into coaching. I actually coached my first team, Little League team, when I was 16. So the fact that, they couldn't find enough coaches, I ended up being in that position and kind of had to be apologetic for how well prepared our team was because it was really important to me. Well, I think passion is the first thing that comes to mind for me because I've told people this before, it doesn't matter whether I'd be your coach or you'd have someone else. You're not going to find anybody that meant more to them than it does to me. It was a thing to digest over a matter of a couple of hours. And that night when I went to bed, I couldn't sleep. It was probably the first restless night I'd had over athletics for like 25 years. So as I laid in bed, I thought about where I came from. I thought about the good coaches and the opportunities I had. In Rocky Ford alone, I had 3 ex-college guys from UNC and the ex-pro player for the Dodgers that were right there from the time I was 11 years old. So that, my reminiscing of where I came from, was the first thing that really soaked into me, and it took almost all night. So I never did really dwell on our successes or whether we met these milestones as much as what originated and created me to be, that it meant that much to me. So yeah, there was a lot of great parents. There were a lot of great players. Those are the reasons for our successes. But I think the fact that we were prepared and the 2 items meet, that's what kind of springboarded things to getting as good as they did.
Please welcome to the 2023 class of Colorado High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame inductees, Coach Jess Downey.